Hello, my name is Shelly, and welcome back for another episode of EU4 as Jerusalem. In previous episode, we conquered quite a bit of land in Somalia, the Horn of Africa, and a little bit more land in Arabia. Now we're fighting another war against, I suppose our first war against Hormuz, which is probably going to be quite a success. We're currently sieging down Muscat, which is not the capital, but it's a fairly large fort over here, and that's going to open up the road for our troops to move through a bit further. There we go. That's probably going to capture us quite a few ships as well. So we'll send in a bit of an army down here. Well, we can probably send that one up north now. We'll probably capture quite a bit of these ships now, I reckon. Well, only 6 actually. Most of which were transports, but beyond that, it's fine. Let's go ahead and get some more conversions underway, and I suppose there's still no... Oh, right, that province is under siege right now. So that is why we can't actually do anything about it. We probably have the better artillery now, although we haven't taken the better artillery types. We're gonna hopefully... Oh, there we go. They did not win the siege. I can send this one into the fight as well, if need be. Yeah, no, they are kind of shattering in there. Sure, now we take a bit of casualties ourselves, but 16,000 artillery lost there on the enemy side. That is devastating. And then that should allow us to... Oh, right, they're still building the fortresses in there, so that's why it can't be caught. Oh, well, we'll get to that soon enough. In the meanwhile, let's go ahead and get a bit more... Actually, we should probably go ahead and upgrade more forts, especially against the Portuguese side of things. And maybe over there. Let's go ahead and get a fort in Tripoli. So that if we start fighting the Portuguese, we need to give up some land while we fight off their allies. And we can at least afford doing that. There's actually quite a few forts already upgrading. Let's upgrade our capital fort as well. Well, there we go. That's going to be at least a bit of a boost there. Quite a few cores completed. Right, so, Hormuz, what we're going to do in this war is we'll effectively take the Arabian side of your lands. Maybe we could even take that one. We could potentially annex it. No, actually, that's already going to be way too much overextension. So maybe we don't take quite everything. Maybe we'll leave them like that area. Yeah, we can probably leave them that, but we'll have the walkway around here. And then we'll take money. Well, I suppose we can't pillage the capital yet because we haven't done that. We could probably get some troops in there already, though. And also, let's go ahead and chase after that army. You can help sieging down the areas behind. Right, well, it's good that you got yourself stuck there. Ooh, Kosovo is producing coal. Okay, that means less coal income, or gold income, but coal is pretty decent to have. Let's go ahead and get the furnace in there. I don't think there's too many places where we can... No, there's no other places where we can build furnaces right now. Every time we get that... Oh. Wait, no. Cancel that one. Because we need to start coring that first to get rid of the overextension. Okay, not quite the stack wipe I was hoping for, but I think it's going to happen here. Yeah, there we go. That's the stack wipe. Go ahead and send in one of these armies to help with the siege of Hormuz. And we can siege down the rest of this. And I suppose, first of all, what we can do is we can use the naval barrage there. I'm going to move this one to catch the enemy fleet in here. Then we'll send the fleet back to continue blockading. There we go, that's done. So, overall, we got pretty good amount of territory in here. We'll probably still need to get a decent bit of land from Somalia overall. Actually, where is the... Right, it goes up to there, the border that we were sort of deciding. We've gone a little bit too far. Well, not really too far, but we got a bit further than what we were intending against Ethiopia and into Sahel. Technically speaking, we won't have this province over here because we don't have a colonist at all. We don't need colonists, we're just crusading and conquering everything the hard way. Actually, do we have... Got a little bit more governing capacity. So what I'm thinking here is we could maybe get another state for ourselves. Question is, of course, where? I mean, Ankara might not be a bad one. On the other hand, if we get the Red Sea Hills, for example, it's going to get us slightly over the limit, but that's not too bad. But that's then going to allow us to utilize this for more shipyards for that area. Plus, I suppose most of that is Egyptian already, which is an accepted culture. Bedouins we could accept. There's quite a bit of Bedouins that we have in our territories, although not necessarily a lot of them... Actually, there's an easy way to check this. Look at the cultures. That is a whole lot of Bedouins, actually. But that's not necessarily the most crucial territory, to be fair. So we don't necessarily need to worry about that one too much. Bulgarians, we got quite a bit as well. And Bulgarians, we could probably accept. That gives us a bit more reason to then core the rest of these areas. Like Silistria, maybe we'll do that. I know that it's going to get us even further over the limit, but that's alright. We had a bit of admin points free right now. We're still, well, technically speaking, we're still ahead in time in the text there. Oh, we sank the flagship. There we go, and we captured quite a few ships as well. Unfortunately, we didn't capture the flagship, but it's not the end of the world. Let's be honest, we can probably send this army, so this army of Alexandria. I think we need to start preparing for a war against Portugal and Italy. It's gonna be... Oh! Right, Lithuania is no more. So Spain's got a lot of troops in here. No wonder that they want to keep me as an... Oh, well, I'm hoping that they want to keep me as an ally. I don't actually know. Well, we've got fairly good relations with them. I am a hegemon, though, so that's making them a little bit upset. Oh, they even got... Oh, that's truce with Sardinia. Right, they lost Sardinia in a truce against Malacca, if I remember correctly, because they've failed to get in there in any way, shape, or form. How much favors do we have? Oh, right, we've got favors and trust of 100. Right, that's pretty decent. Can't marry them. We are guaranteeing them already. We could gift them, but that's not going to give us enough opinion. If we give subsidies, that would probably give us a bit of... Right, it's max of 15. Shame that you can't type the number that you want. But I suppose, you know, 6 ducats for 15 relations with Sardinia is probably not too bad. In fact, what we could do is also provide a bit of subsidies to papacy. Okay, they are a bit more demanding on the money. No, we'll give the same amount of money to them as well. It's going to allow them to strengthen their stuff. And let's also unlock the new artillery. So, Royal Mortar would be fairly good at attacking, whereas Licorne is a bit more defensive. I'm going to go with the Royal Mortar, actually. Mostly because, ideally, our cannons will not be in the front line to begin with. How's our mechanism now? It's 94%. Oh boy, that is a lot. Making almost 1,200 ducats now of money. And we've still got so many manufacturing and everything else underway. It's kind of hilarious how much we're getting there. We could probably invest a little bit more in becoming the next career controller again. And how's the fight over here? So we got the... Oh no, we don't have the fleet blockading here. That's going to make quite a difference on the siege. There we go. Goes from minus 28 to 0%. Oh, they are sieging down a little... Oh, right, we never built other fort in here. That would be a perfect location for a mountain fort, though. Alright then, well, did we have an army in here that was idle? We had this army, yeah. So let's send you down there. I suppose this army could also go and help in this area. We've got the 2 armies over here in Hormuz already. I don't think that's going to require any more than that. So we'll clear out these. We'll start building out the fort in Faza if we are able to already. And also, I suppose another thing that we should start doing, if we're starting to do a large war sooner rather than later, are increasing our force limit a bit further. These 2 can get 1. These can get... Okay, well, there goes the money, but that's going to be a decent bit of increase on the force limit. We already could probably have another army, although at this point, it might be time to start increasing the army sizes to 36,000, just so that we can siege down with 1 army instead of several armies. So that might actually be a smart idea to start focusing on soon enough. Let's go ahead and start with this army. So I guess what we'll do is we'll get another 4 artilleries in here. It's got quite a bit of cavalry, admittedly. But yeah, if we get 36,000... Oh, harsh life on the ocean. Well, we can afford losing a bit of sailors. Also, let's go ahead and... Can we... Alright, we can delete the template. Well, let's create a new one then. So, 18 to 16. Still a bit wider on the front than at the back, but at least the 16 artillery is already going to be pretty decent. And that is going to be 36,000 men total. So actually, yeah, we can start switching some of these to the templates as well. Now that we've got templates, we can actually do that. Let's go ahead and stack White Hormuz's troops over here, and then we can just go ahead and de-siege these 2. We'll split the army in half. Get the troops in there. How's the Siege of Hormuz going? It is 35% chance of winning. They still got quite a bit. Oh, that needs 41. Okay. Cabinet of Curiosities. You know, we will build a church in Gallipoli. That's fine. Oh, well, Spain is the career controller. Well, Spain is at least friendly to us, so that's fine. Shipyard fire. Oh, dear. Tajura gets a bit of penalty there. There we go. Hormuz has been seized down. So, I suppose at this point, we can add in the pillage of capital. So we get 111 in our capital, which is already going to get us a bit closer to... Actually, we can put in a bit more development in here as well. That's going to get us to 50 development, which is going to be another goal over here. So then we'll be getting 8 points of splendid per month. So that's going to get us a lot faster into getting all of these. Now, to be fair, the high discipline... Oh, it's 125%. Okay. So if we had another advisor, that would allow us to get it already. Or if we get the offensive ideas and complete those, which we are probably going to do sooner or later. Colonel spread institutions. I mean, that's kind of handy. I don't need it personally anymore, but yeah, I can see the benefit from it. Oh, now we need to go all the way around. That is a level 8 fort. You know what? We got the ships there. We don't need to keep these troops in here anymore. We got an army that is going to deal with the rebellions little by little. So I guess it might be time to start sending these. I'm just going to send one to Jerusalem. And the other one, I suppose we could send it to Antioch, since it is the Knight of Antioch, the army name. Is this one that is not doing rebel suppression, so we'll go ahead and get 2 infantry and 2 artillery for that army. This one's going to be staying vigilant over here for the time being. Oh, I didn't realize that Sweden's lost quite a bit of land to Denmark as well. But also, they've taken some Norwegian provinces over here at one point or another. So it's a bit of a mystery on what exactly is going in there. Oh, Britain owns Caen. Okay. And the French don't even have a core there at this point. Interesting. How strong is... Well, I suppose we... Oh, right, they're allied to Austria and Russia. Wait, Sunda and Japan. Oh. No, there's even French stuff over here in the... Oh, right, so over here. That's what they're fighting. Is this imperialism war? Nationalist war, okay. Interesting. Wait, is Spain? No, Spain can't be defending. If they were defending, I'd be called in. Maybe they help. No, it is against Spain. So yeah, anyway, they've got some nationalism war going on in there, apparently. I could do a nationalism war against France, I suppose, but that's not too many options for that. But that's alright. So we are going to get a whole lot of fortresses and among other things done soon. I guess that reminds me, we should probably go ahead and build some more grand shipyards as well, or upgrade more of the shipyards in here that we have to get the naval force limit that we might need. And we're already getting a... Ah, right, yeah, it's reducing the minimum autonomy in territories already, slowly but surely. And the power change is 0.5% per month. And then once we get the full thing, we'll get the 20% governing capacity. So that's going to allow us to get a lot more cores done, and that's going to make us even stronger. Not that we are particularly weak at this point anyway. But yeah, if we want to do a war against Portugal, they've got fairly strong allies. They've got a lot of troops as well. Yeah, it would be about 1 million men on the enemy side. I could get Saxony, Papal State, and Sardinia to help me. But that's not necessarily quite sufficient. But unfortunately, I can't really increase the relations with Sardinia enough. I can get it to... Let's see, I can get another 25. That'll get us to 160. So that would still be quite a bit behind. They are a heretic religion, to be fair, so that's causing some of the issues. Oh, well, at least I'm helping them stay alive for now. How's Spain's relations? We've got okay relations. Hormuz is offering peace deal. But no, it's probably not the peace deal that I want. At least we've got the taking war score now from sieging down the capital. So that's going to be helpful. But yeah, no, it's the exceeding war score and all that. Maybe we don't take quite as much. If we don't take the pillage... You know what? We are going to take the pillage, but if we don't take the money... Okay, we can take some money, but we don't take as much. We'll still get the pillage. There we go. And we get the provinces that we wanted. Well, some of the provinces that we wanted. It's not really a complete list yet. There we go, we got those. Also, wasn't there a fortification that we wanted to build up here? Yes, but we can't build it there yet. It's still converting, and it probably doesn't have the room for buildings either. Wait, was Crusade? Oh, yeah, this is a province that we wanted to... Okay, we're going to go ahead and develop this a little bit. And we'll get the fortification in here, because that's a mountain fort, and that's going to be really handy. Blocking the flank there against any enemy invasion. Armies are moving westward. Ah, right, there we go. Holy War against the Yars. Now that we've got a border with them. Of course, we've got a truce with them as well for another 6 years. And after that, we can probably go ahead and annex them quite easily. Go ahead and build a few more counting houses. Should be pretty decent amount of profit overall. Maybe we'll get one more manufactory as well. There we go. We could have a land force of 300 already. I suppose the fact that we are reducing the minimum autonomy in the areas over here is already having a bit of impact. It's probably also going to increase the amount of governing capacity that we're utilizing steadily, so that is going to have a bit of penalties for us. Oh, there we go. That's been converted. Oh, we need to only get one more development in here, actually, to allow for another building. We'll go ahead and start building the fortress in there. It's a mountain fort, so that's going to be quite handy. And keep most of the enemies at bay from there. So we do still need to get a little bit more land from Timurids. Not massive amounts, but it's basically this state and around here, I believe, is the border that we'll have. We can double check. Yeah. So that's the border that we want to have in there. So we are getting closer and closer to completing our goals in this series. I mean, there's still... Oh, hold on a minute. Oh. Right, Haza, how long have you been there? You're allied to Timurids and Azerbaijan, fighting Sistan, Hormuz, Delhi, and Multan. Oh. Oh, we could probably conquer that soon enough. If we do a war against Timurids, then that would probably allow us to annex them. But we currently have a bit of a high overextension. It's not too high, but it needs to go a bit further down before we get to conquering new lands. But I suppose that gives us a perfect time to extend our military a bit further. Oh, this can't actually stay here without taking attrition. That's kind of the downside of having these bigger armies now. You know what? I will give you military access. So I guess Hormuz is probably not going to be much left after this war, is it? Oh, the Timur-Sistani Imperialist War. Okay. Right, so if Sistan gets annexed, that's fine by me. A bit of a nuisance in some of the wars. Delaying the enemy from surrendering. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a bit more troops over here as well. That's already upgrading. That's been upgraded in size, and we'll get another 2 over here. So that's going to get us to 288 battalions. I mean, technically, all regiments. We could probably just go for 40 already on at least some of these. And that way we don't need to worry about the size too much. It's going to be easily split to 20,000 man armies as well, if need be. In which case, over here, I guess, we've got already 4 over there, so we could probably just go ahead and get another 4 artillery. So it's going to be 18 infantry, 18 artillery, and 4 cavalry. That'll probably be okay. Right, well, there's quite a few units at least underway now. Profiteering in Denizli. Trent's opinion of us goes down, but yeah, sure. I don't really care about Trent. Alright, but we've got a bit of a ships over here. Let's go ahead and send these to... You know what? First of all, I want you... I'll send you to Qatar to repair for a little bit. And this fleet could probably just go ahead and get to... Actually, who is going to be the next target in here? It's probably going to be somewhere in here, so we'll just send you to Qatar as well. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these ships. Well, some of the ships anyway. National Bank. Okay. We'll take the inflation reduction. Not that we really need to worry about that one, to be fair. But that's 50 admin points. That's 13,000 ducats. Right, I guess we might be insta-building, effectively, a great work here. What does the Mausoleum of Halicarnus give at the max level? More splendor, more prestige. Average monarch lifespan. It could be quite handy. Then there was the hospital and mosque over here. So that would increase the... Oh, this is less likely to be struck up plagues. That's actually quite handy. And more innovative in this game. You know what? We'll probably upgrade this one. It was a bit expensive, but it is now going to be completed... well, actually, we can speed that up even further. So it's going to be completed now. And of course, with the rest of the money, we can probably just go ahead and increase the counting houses a bit. We'll maybe get a couple manufactories. At least there's a few of them. And then let's go ahead and get a few camps for extra force limits if we can find some good places to build them. Well, I suppose that could work. That could work. And after that, it's, yeah, no, that's pretty much all of them that we could build right now. I suppose we could also get a few more shipyards in the process. So there's not too many of those available either, let's be honest. Oh, we can build one there. Of course, the creek ones over here can get a bit more upgrades. So there we go, that's going to increase the naval force limit quite a bit. And with that in mind, I suppose one of the things that we could do... get a template for, let's say, 10 galleys. Let's start building a few of these. Simply for the fact that we can have a bit more ships to fight off the Italian and Portuguese fleets. Basically, the idea is that we'll just set up basically a blockade over here in Gulf of Almeria. So they can't, well, they can still transport troops into Morocco. And I suppose, actually, if we put them in Strait of Gibraltar, that is still a coast, so galleys will be slightly more effective in here. Alright then, so yeah, we'll basically put that in there. Korea wants to go through my lands against Portugal. Okay. Oh, this could actually be a good chance if the Portuguese start bringing a lot of troops into my territories in here. Where they're war now. If they start moving through, we could try catching some of their armies off guard, and then they'll get stranded in various places in our nation, hopefully. Papal States wants a bit of ducat. Well, sure. You'll be fighting with those monies soon enough anyway, so you'll be needing those monies for fighting against Italy soon enough. That does remind me, though, we got the 40 transports in here. We'll be ready to transport some reinforcements for... oh, how much does Italy actually have? And that's 200,000 exactly. Alright then, so that could be a bit of a risky one. And we got a total army of 300,000 right now. That's probably not all... Yeah, no, some of these could still be increased in size. I think there's still one more... Yeah, this one. So there we go. Now all of the armies should be going to 40,000 total. So that's 8 armies that we have. We don't have enough room for another army right now, but I suspect that there's going to be a decent bit more force limit slowly increasing at least there. Because in the meanwhile, we could also get the extra... where's the manpower modifier? Yeah, this one. So just get the extra manpower. We'll need a lot of it in the upcoming war. So I think the next war is going to be against Portugal. Just so that we can get a bit of a larger war going on. We can weaken one of our enemies in Italy. Basically just give Papal States as much land as possible. And we can Italy, especially give Rome back to Papal States. And then hopefully in a future war against them later on, we can probably get even more. Sweden is... well, they got 90,000 men actually, so that's not that weak. But I don't think it's going to be that bad either in the end. So they are fighting a war. They do have about 1 million men total. Our side, if I can get Papal States, Sardinia, and maybe even Saxony to help. Well, no, Saxony is going to get stomped by Sweden. I mean, it would keep Sweden busy for a while, I guess. So we can get, let's see, a bit more than 400,000 men. Now, of course, something to keep in mind is that a lot of these troops are the Portuguese colonies, which aren't going to be in the vicinity of the front line anytime soon. Because there's also going to be potentially landings over here in the Far East. I do wonder, actually, how's the fleet situation? So we've got the biggest fleet by far. Let's see. Portuguese Brazil's got about 200 or 125 ships total. Then Portugal's got 121. Then after that, it's going to be Italy with 114 of the enemies, that is. Then Sweden with 71, Portugal, Australia with 69. Out of that, most of those ships are transports or light ships, so it's not really that much of cause for concern, really. I suppose we could go ahead and build a few more galleys, though. We'll have like, I don't know, 50 galley fleet to fight off the enemies around Gibraltar. That's 40 already, plus we've had the other big fleet that we already own to hunt down the Italian fleets. And that way we can probably keep the enemy at bay for the time being. Could we could... Well, we're already building some ships here. Maybe all the way down here we could get another fleet. But there we go, that's 50 galleys total that we're getting. It'll take a while before it's ready, but we'll need some new admirals, I reckon, before we're ready for that war. But that is, like, I'm now committing to the war. At least in preparation. Oh. Okay, so I don't know if paying 5,000 ducats for an extra base tax is really worth it. So we'll just take the one extra production in there. Don't really need more than that. Also, how are the forts that we have over here? So there's a... Ooh, actually, Belgrade. We could make that into a fort. Let's start upgrading more of these forts in Greece as well. Constantinople is another one that probably needs to be upgraded. But in case there's a massive amount of Italian troops coming in, which there could well be. Can we have we could still have... Oh, so we could technically speaking have a general for each army if need be. That is good to know. We are still quite a bit away on getting the idea group. So that could allow us to get a bit more professionalism if nothing else. So the army in Constantinople will now be led by Albertus with 4241. Not too bad. I mean, it's not like stellar either, but it'll do for now. We've got quite a bit of shipyards being built, and some counting houses still and all that. We are making still over 600 ducats per month profit. Oh, Gujarat announced me as a rival, okay. I already got rival... Actually, who do we have rivals? France, Russia, and Portugal. Oh, not Portugal. France, Russia, and Italy. Portugal is one of our enemies, though, but that's alright. There we go. Now we can convert that province. It's going to take another year to complete that. Socotra is... Actually, there's not that much unrest there. Well, there was a recent uprising, I suppose. That does make sense. Bountiful harvest. Okay, I'll take another 5,000 or 3,500 ducats. So the force of Malta, what was that one again? The last... oh, right, that's the war score cost. Hostile disembark time for the province. Attrition, local defensiveness. It wouldn't be against other religions this next war, though, so we don't actually need to do that one right now. We could, of course, go ahead and... Oh, right, there's the... Army tradition, trait value, that could be quite handy. Sailor, manpower, okay, that could be also... Oh, actually, let's build some more military administrations around here in Ethiopia. That'll probably give us a decent bit more manpower. So we already have about 300,000 that we could have. Spain's opinion, oh, yes. Yeah, we probably want to improve relations with Spain. Let's be honest, we could get the admin tech now, that's good. So we'll be well ahead of time for that, for the foreseeable future. So there's still one more institution, which is industrialization, that will spawn in at some point. Needs to have a furnace. Well, we got a few, at least 2 provinces with furnaces already, I think. So it's not too bad. What are with the... Okay, so we're trading livestock, and silk, and slaves, and wool. What else? Gems, and incense. I think that's all the trading bonus that we're getting right now, but that's still a pretty good amount of bonuses overall. Nobility still doesn't like me all that much, and I suppose the equilibrium for the loyalty is fairly low as well. So I don't think we'll be able to remove the aristocrat consulars. But I suppose that's alright. It makes the military advisor slightly cheaper compared to the others. Do we have another... No, we don't really have any better options there. Now that we've got... Oh, actually, yeah, we could get the... Well, then unrest... No, we can't upgrade that to level 5. So no, we'll just hold on to the monthly prestige guy, I suppose. Not monthly, yearly prestige. If it was monthly prestige, that'd be quite bonkers. But I do actually see, before we are getting into the war, we are unfortunately out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.